together.
I don't know. Two peas in a pod.
But are you aligned?
Yeah, we are buddies.
But are you aligned is the question. I mean,
Are we aligned? Oh. Well, I mean, as I said to the other table, it's not giving too much away. I mean, it's pretty obvious that there's something there.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely going to develop. That's safe to say.
yeah.
What was the funnest experience in kind of reinventing these kind of, iconic figures, Rumpelstiltskin, the Evil Queen? I mean, how's the experience been for you, considering, your previous work, doing this?
It's been wonderful. It's been challenging. I like when you can learn from characters that you play. I like when they challenge you to discover more about yourself and like human complexities. And
the stories as well.
yeah,
The actual stories themselves.
the stories themselves as well.
You think you know what these mean. You think you know what these are about, but it's taking me to my ripe old age of 50 now to actually suss it. Get what these are about and where they came from, what these stories were originally for. And there can be another side to these tales, and that's, I guess, what we're trying to do with the show, I suppose, is try to show you the other side of the Evil Queen, the other side of Rumpelstiltskin, Charlie, whoever it is, that they all what they appear to be.
When do you think that everybody's doing these fairy tale stories right now? Because in movies, Snow White, there's two versions.
I know, thank God ours airs first.
Yeah.
I know, it's like, thank God. But ours is very different because we have so many different fairy tale characters that we're bringing into the show. And these movies are pretty much based on the story of Snow White. And then that Grimm show is very different from our show. It's a cop show. It's a procedural with fairy tale.
And how would you describe this show then? Drama?
I think it's heightened reality.
I like that. Yeah, I do. I'm going to steal that. It's a heightened reality. It is a heightened reality. It's a heightened awareness.
One of the things that struck me about it when I read it, I was a bit concerned at first, thinking fairy tale land, colourful, blah blah, that's going to clash up against the real world, But of course the real world is not quite real, There's all the characters, certainly when playing gold as well, is heightened, there's something not quite right there. It's not, yes, it isn't, it ain't kitchen sink, it isn't going from fantasy to kitchen sink, I don't think it will work. It's going from fantasy to some kind of heightened reality, which is balanced. It's
really fun to play.
Yes, great fun.
Kind of going back to the question that was asked about, playing certain characters, do you kind of feel like you have a challenge to play these characters that are so iconic in a fairy tale way, but you obviously are making them more modernized, or like you feel like you get caught in any traps of, is this recognizable?
No, you know what? I think that we all did our homework in reading the stories initially, and then now we just do what we do best, which is, humanizing all these characters and bringing some honest truth to them. And yes, there is a foundation in our show, and it leads back to the original stories, but then I feel like our stories are so much more evolved. Snow White's a badass. She pulls out a sword on the Evil Queen. The Evil Queen finds humor in that. Rumpelstiltskin is the most dynamic Rumpelstiltskin I've ever seen. These characters are much more interesting than I think anyone has ever read. And that's to credit, Eddie and Adam and their vision. And I remember saying this once, that there is... when you watch these films of Snow White and the old animated movies, everything is very big and grand, but what they're struggling with are no different than what we struggle with, vanity. Who's prettier than me? Love, betrayal, threats, all these things they're all very human.
They say in creating good villains, you have to sort of empathize or understand the villain thinks they're villains, or that their agenda is somehow better than what's going on. I'm not being true evil. So, what do you think, how do you think that they approach living in the real world? Do you think they like it better than fairy tale land or whatever, being in sort of placed into storybook or the land that made?
So I think they like living in the real world. And I think it's much more challenging to live in this world, you know, especially for these fairy tale characters.
There's something that comes up in the second episode, in fact, and it's a scene that we play. There's a scene between Rumpelstiltskin and the Queen. There's quite a lot in your question that comes out of that, and in fact, that says, I'll leave that to you watch the second episode.
Yeah, it might not question. I'm going to take that with
And speaking of that, one of the things I think was interesting is, you know, in this reality, the real world, there's no happy endings. How much darker is that going to make, you know, the series? Because that just kind of opens it up. You know, there's no bright and shiny. So how dark is it going to get?
You mean how many seasons are we going to last? Do we actually have an happy ending? Hopefully many. Hopefully many.
Yeah, I just wonder how darker the tone is. You know, because so far it's gotten pretty brutal. You know, is it going to get?
One of the things I would say, and this is one of Lana's things, you know, that she told me, in fact, her research about the evil queen. The whole Snow White story, the idea of the evil queen being a stepmother, changed. She's the biological mother. That's the story was originally a biological mother. All these stepsisters, they're not stepsisters, they're sisters.
Yeah.
And that changes things entirely. You think that this woman then is actually going to get her daughter's heart cut out in the forest. That's pretty dark. And that's the original fairy tale we're talking about. So we're kind of going to go to that. Strange like
Well, it was also that came from the evil queen. It came from, what is it, the Oedipus, the Oedipus complex, I think is what it's called, when a father wants his daughter more than he wants his wife. And what that creates inside of a woman is very sick and twisted, but beautiful to analyze and diagnose and go, what is going on a psychological level with this person, and how do these feelings come about inside of a human being?
Do you think that she loves her son? Do you think that she loves?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I do. I think that sometimes when you love someone so much and it causes you to do crazy things, you know, you can hold on so tight, and it can come out very controlling and obsessive.
You think it was something she expected, you know, from the beginning of this plan? She expected to
love someone so much? I think it's what she had hoped for. I think that's why maybe she hasn't. Is to love that deeply. That's why maybe women do adopt children. You know, it's like I want to love. I want to give this somewhere that's safe.
There's also, I mean,
And with
this is a really dodgy thing to talk about, yes, but it's true. I know this because there's some friends of mine that are in this situation. I've known a couple of women with kids recently in the past few years that are not maternal at all. And they thought in that moment that was the thing to do. They thought, this is perfect, I'm 40, I'm going to have a kid, that's what I need in my life. Suddenly, these kids are away at boarding school and stuff. They just don't know how to do it. You know, so it's the image that we're getting the evil queen at the moment is the one side you're seeing, is this desperation to bring this boy towards her. Maybe she just ain't determined. Maybe she's stumbling over it. Maybe she wants to be and she can't.
Maybe she's just bad at it. Plain and simple.
Like my mother. She lives.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
You got it. Thanks.